Gotmark76 this week, 1990.
Welcome to another exciting edition of World Championship Wrestling. I'm your host, Gotmark76, and we have a great show lined up for you today. We are starting with the World Tag Team Championship on the line as the dynamic dudes of Johnny Ace and Shane Douglas take on the new World Tag Team Champions, Doom. It was back at Wrestle War just 2 short weeks ago when Doom defeated the Steiner Brothers for the World Tag Team Championship. And Johnny and Shane getting their first opportunity in quite some time for the World Tag Team titles, and here they are making their way to the ring. Butch Reed and Ron Simmons, the team of Doom, the NWA World Tag Team Champions. They, of course, are being managed by the Godfather, Theodore R. Long, who is not accompanying Doom to ringside. There have been rumors going on in the NWA that the Skyscrapers want a World Tag Team title opportunity against Doom. As, wait a second, Johnny Ace going after Doom? Where's Douglas? Johnny Ace attacking Doom in a rampway. As Butch Reed works over Johnny Ace, Ron Simmons and Shane Douglas going at it in the ring. And now Doom with a 2-on-1 attack on Shane Douglas. Simmons and Ace going at it in the entrance ramp. Up and into the guardrail goes Shane. And Ron Simmons firing away. Butch Reed firing away. And now Johnny Ace picked up by Butch Reed, thrown hard into the ring as Ron Simmons going to work on Shane Douglas. So the dynamic dudes tried to attack Doom at the onset of this match, but Doom has the upper hand. And in the ring, Reed nails Johnny Ace, and the referee calls for the bell. This match is now official. And Reed going to work on Johnny Ace. As I was saying, there is some tension mounting up in Theodore R. Long's camp. He manages 2 powerful tag teams in the Skyscrapers and, of course, the World Tag Team Champions Doom. And the Skyscrapers want gold. And Doom has it. And that does not fit Theodore R. Long's needs. And he is trying to work out some kind of arrangement that will keep the Skyscrapers from challenging Doom. We have heard rumors in recent weeks that Theodore R. Long is looking to sell the contract of both Dangerous Dan Spivey, Mean Mark Callis, and of course, don't forget that Big Sid Vicious is still technically a member of the Skyscrapers, although he is out currently with an injury. So, as we find out more, we will be sure to keep you posted. But it appears that Theodore R. Long is still trying to work out some details in the dressing room area. Hence why he is not at ringside, as Ron Simmons picks up in a powerbomb. Down goes Shane Douglas. Douglas needs to make a tag as Doom is having their way with the dynamic dudes. A tag, and here comes Butch Reed, the veteran of the duo. Butch Reed has been wrestling for over 10 years. Ron Simmons becoming a seasoned vet. He has been in the ring for a little over 3 years, and he is getting better each and every time out in the ring as Butch Reed sets up Douglas, but moves out of the way, and Butch Reed misses with a shoulder block off the second turnbuckle. This is the opportunity that the Dynamic Dudes needed. Douglas. Takes down Reed, but is showboating. He needs to make a tag. And a big clothesline. Another clothesline. Takes Reed down. Third clothesline. Reed in trouble. Into the corner, and Simmons tags in Reed. Goes after Douglas, but misses, and Douglas with a right hand. Oh, and a big clothesline by Ron Simmons. Nearly takes the head of Shane Douglas off, and another one. Down goes Douglas. Of course, it wasn't Douglas in recent weeks. It was Tyson that went down. Of course, a new world champion in boxing, as Buster Douglas defeated Mike Tyson in Japan just a couple weeks ago. And this Douglas, Shane, finds himself in a world of trouble. And Simmons going to work on Douglas. Douglas wisely rolling out of the ring, goes back in, slides in. And sets up Ron Simmons with a neck breaker. Down goes Simmons as Butch Reed throws Johnny Ace into the steps. The referee trying to keep up on the dynamic dudes, and all four men. This is getting out of control. Remember, the world tag titles are on the line. And the Bulldog out of the corner with Douglas. Simmons had enough and takes Douglas down. And a series of left hands. Douglas trying to cover up with the damage done as Simmons climbing the second turnbuckle, leaps and nails an elbow drop. Going for the cover. Will the champions retain? 1, 2, 3. And your winners and still World Tag Team Champions, the Team of Doom. What a back and forth contest this was. Action inside and outside of the rings. The dynamic dudes tried to get an early advantage by attacking Doom before the match officially started. But I don't think Doom's the kind of tag team that you can try to sneak up and attack. And it was an elbow up the second turnbuckle on a worn down Shane Douglas that retained the titles for Doom. Fans, don't go away. We have much more World Championship Wrestling when we come back. We are going to take a look at recent matches between Cactus Jack Manson and his relationship with Mike Rotunda. Don't go away. Last week, Cactus Jack Manson attacked Captain Mike Rotunda after their loss to the Rock and Roll Express. We wondered how Kevin Sullivan would respond to that. Earlier today on Worldwide Wrestling, Cactus Jack was in action against the Italian Stallion, and check out what happened at the end of the match. And Cactus setting up the Italian Stallion. Could it be another faceplant DDT? It is! Spikes the Italian Stallion, who's a bloody mess, goes to the cover. Referee counts 1, 2, and this match is mercifully over as Cactus Jack Manson brutalizes the Italian Stallion. Here are some replays from earlier in the contest as Cactus Jack Manson destroys the Italian Stallion with not 1, not 2, but 3 faceplant DDTs in Cactus Jack, Kevin Sullivan. And wait a second, here is Mike Rotunda looking for revenge from last week, going after Cactus, but wait, Sullivan allowing it to happen. The Varsity Club attack. No! Sullivan attacks Rotunda. The Varsity Club may come to an end. Cactus going to work on Captain Mike. And Kevin Sullivan keeping the referee at bay. The referee trying to break up the attack of Cactus on Mike Rotunda. But Kevin Sullivan keeping the referee at bay. So clearly the battle lines have been drawn as Rotunda tries to fight back. But Cactus Jack takes over Rotunda. Sullivan ending his relationship. The Varsity Club has come to an end, siding with Cactus Jack. Sullivan said he wanted hungrier, more mean wrestlers in his stable. And maybe he feels that Mike Rotunda no longer fit that need. All fans will be back. you have it, fans, as Kevin Sullivan sides with Cactus Jack Manson, the end of the Varsity Club. That has been a unit for the last 2 years here in the National Wrestling Alliance and World Championship Wrestling. But Kevin Sullivan, who had that, he managed both Cactus and Rotundo, and we all know that Cactus was not Varsity Club material, but Sullivan instead looking to build what he calls Sullivan's Slaughterhouse. And just by that name alone tells me that a technical wrestler like Mike Rotunda does not fit in, but a wrestler with the skill set of Cactus Jack Manson does. And Kevin Sullivan looking to recruit more members to the Sullivan Slaughterhouse, as Cactus Jack Manson finds himself in a match with a former NWA World Champion Tommy Rich, and Tommy Rich stomping away now on Cactus Jack. If Cactus Jack Manson can get a victory over Tommy Rich, that would be quite the upset, I would think, as Tommy Rich, a top contender to the U.S. Heavyweight title, a former world champion, and always a top contender to any championship here in World Championship Wrestling, having his way currently with Cactus Jack Manson. And a big boot takes Cactus Jack down again. An elbow drop missed. Oh, and Cactus rolls out of the way, slides back in and hits Rich with an elbow. And a big clothesline takes Tommy Rich down. And wait a second. I think Rotunda is making his way to the stage. Mike Rotunda was making his way to the stage, is not coming down to the ring. And Cactus Jack rolling from behind. Tommy Rich on top. 1, 2, and wait, Cactus has Rich pinned, holding the ropes, and 3. Cactus Jack steals a victory over Wildfire Tommy Rich. All fans, we need to see a replay. Mike Rotunda was making his way to the ringside. Cactus Jack saw him and took his attention away from Tommy Rich. Rotunda then disappeared into the back. And Tommy Rich rolls up, here it is, rolls up Cactus Jack from behind. Cactus pulls the tights, stays on top and has his hands in the ropes and gets the pinfall victory on Tommy Rich. Oh, fans, a travesty of justice here on World Championship Wrestling. And Kevin Sullivan making his way to the promo stage. Let's hear what he has to say. From Kevin Sullivan, Sullivan Slaughterhouse, becoming a force to be reckoned with here in World Championship Wrestling, and of course, another force to be reckoned with, the Midnight Express, as we have beautiful Bobby taking on Flying Brian, one half of the new U.S. Tag Team Champions. Jim Cornette at ringside for beautiful Bobby, and a side headlock by Bob Eaton on Flying Brian. It was back at Wrestle War, when Flying Brian and the Z-Man won the U.S. Tag Team Title Tournament, titles that the Midnight Express are no strangers to. And beautiful chain wrestling on the part of beautiful Bobby. We thank you so much for tuning into our show tonight. We have a huge main event, as we will take you back to earlier today on Worldwide Wrestling, when the Total Package Lex Luger defended the U.S. Heavyweight title against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, and you will not believe what happened during that match. It will have the wrestling world talking, as the Total Package Lex Luger sending a clear message to Sting. We edited some of the footage. It was just too graphic for television, but you will see what we are referring to in our main event on tonight's show. As Bobby Eaton with a swinging neckbreaker on Flying Brian. And Bobby Eaton going back to work, but Flying Brian makes a comeback with a big uppercut. A jab to the midsection and a chop. Flying Brian on the offense. Throws Beautiful Bobby into the ropes. And a beautiful drop kick takes Beautiful Bobby down. Goes for the cover. Referee in position, counts one. And a kick out at one by Beautiful Bobby. Oh, and Pillman going for a kick. Blocked by Beautiful Bobby. A technician in the ring is one Beautiful Bobby Eaton. And the chemistry he has with his tag team partner, Sweet Stan Lane, puts them at the top of the tag team division here in World Championship Wrestling. And Bobby going for the cover right to that suplex, only got a count of two. And going back to work by ramming Flying Brian's head into the top turnbuckle. Pillman blocks it and rams Eaton's head into the top turnbuckle. Pillman now off the ropes, going to sweep the leg, but Beautiful Bobby scouted it very well. Has Pillman up in a single flapjack. Down to the mat goes Flying Brian. And now Eaton taking control over Flying Brian Pillman. And I gotta tell you, the Midnight Express, one of the greatest tag teams in the history of World Championship Wrestling. They are former World Tag Team Champions on two different occasions. They are former U.S. Tag Team Champions. And to be honest, they want all the gold again in the NWA. And I'm not sure that any team could make that claim except for the Midnight Express. They are on a roll here, and they are looking to add another reign of the U.S. Tag Team Championship to their collection. As Jim Cornette up on the apron, distracting Flying Brian, enabling Bobby Eaton to get back to his feet. And Eaton able with a belly-to-belly suplex on a distracted Flying Brian. Oh, and a swinging neckbreaker takes Flying Brian down. Goes for the cover. Beautiful Bobby on top. 1, 2, and 3. No! Pillman kicks out at the very last second. And Eaton going back to work on Beautiful Bobby. These two technicians in the ring, I think Flying Brian is quite the up-and-comer in World Championship Wrestling. And of course, teaming with the Z-Man, another up-and-comer, just shows the future of wrestling here in World Championship Wrestling. Oh, and going back to work. And again, Pillman kicking out at the last second. And Eaton going back to work on Brian Pillman. Now Eaton going back to work on Pillman, locking him up like a pretzel. Pillman able to escape. Takes down Beautiful Bobby with a crossbody. And again, Jim Cornette distracting Brian Pillman, enabling Beautiful Bobby to get back to his feet. And now from behind, a belly-to-back suplex. But Pillman going after Cornette and takes a swing at Cornette into the ring. Takes down Beautiful Bobby with a clothesline. Pillman's had enough. Climbing up to the top rope. Will we see Air Pillman? Beautiful Bobby getting back to his feet. Pillman leaps. Oh, and misses. He missed a chop off the top rope. And now, Beautiful Bobby going back to work. A reversal by Pillman. And Flying Brian Second turnbuckle. Oh, and a crossbody up the second turnbuckle, but the momentum carried Pillman off of Eaton. And now, Flying Brian climbing the top rope. He's lining up. Beautiful Bobby's halfway across the ring. There's no way he's gonna make it. And he leaves. Oh, but Eaton moves out of the way. And now Eaton going back to work on Flying Brian, working the arm of Pillman now. But Pillman, fast, elusive, crucifix pinfall, has a pin, one. Oh, and a kick out of two by Beautiful Bobby. And now Pillman again, climbing the top rope. Oh, but Beautiful Bobby caught him, but Pillman backed off. Oh, and a crossbody misses. Eaton misses. Dropkick misses. Oh, and a clothesline does not. Beautiful Bobby with a clothesline from behind nearly took off Brian Pillman's head. Another swinging neck breaker, and Pillman is in trouble. Goes for the cover, Eaton on top. Referee counts 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Oh man, Eaton does not know what he has to do to put Flying Brian away. And Pillman trying to fight back, sweeps the leg of Eaton. Kick to the midsection, climbing the top rope. Pillman's gonna fly. He leaps over the splash and misses. Beautiful Bobby gets his knees up just in time. Scoop slam, reversal by Pillman. Throws Eaton across the ring, hard off the ropes. Rams the face of Eaton into his knee. Pillman now climbing the top rope again. He's been on top more than I think he's been in the ring. Lining up Beautiful Bobby. Getting back to his feet. Pillman setting up the crossbody off the top. He leaps, nails it. And Pillman going for the cover, but Jim Cornette distracting the referee. So Pillman going up again. Jim Cornette has saved this match for Beautiful Bobby on more than one occasion. And Flying Brian climbing the top rope. Could it be another crossbody? It is off the top. Here's a replay. The second crossbody that hit in this contest. Goes for the cover. Eaton's in trouble. Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. And your winner, Flying Brian Pillman, here on World Championship Wrestling. Here are some highlights from earlier in the contest. A back and forth match between these two technicians. But Flying Brian was just too much with that crossbody, not once, not twice, but 3 times off the top rope. But each time one wrestler had an advantage, the other was able to come back. And I'm sure we have not seen the last between these two men or their tag team partners, as the Midnight Express are hot on the heels of Pillman and the Z-Man. But here's the move that put away Beautiful Bobby, that crossbody off the top rope. And when Pillman nailed it, he got the 1, 2, 3. And your winner, Flying Brian Pillman. Fans, we are going to take you back to earlier today. Worldwide. Wait a second. Stan Lane. Stan Lane in the ring. Attacking Brian Pillman. Oh, and Rams is facing the top turnbuckle. Stan Lane in the ring. Cornette in the ring. As Beautiful Bobby recovering on the outside. And Lane dropping a fist across the head of Pillman. And Pillman has been busted open. Pillman trying to fight back. Z-Man is not here tonight. It's a 3-on-1 attack, but Pillman in a front face lock by Stan Lane, and now Lane and Cornette double teaming Pillman. As Beautiful Bobby recovering on the outside. Stan Lane setting up Pillman, having words with Flying Brian. We still have the U.S. title match from earlier today. Lex Luger taking on Hot Stuff, but Lane also got kick takes down Pillman. Don't go away, we'll be right back after this quick timeout. Fans, we are going to go back to earlier today on Worldwide Wrestling when the Total Package Lex Luger defended the U.S. title against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. We will be joining this match in progress, but I guarantee you, you will see everything you need to see to know how personal it has become between the U.S. Heavyweight Champion Lex Luger and the new World Heavyweight Champion Sting. The following footage will be a little graphic. We want to give you as much warning as possible. Eddie Gilbert, and flexing to the crowd here is Gilbert trying to fight back, but Gilbert with a kick to the midsection. Luger in trouble but fires away with a series of punches and a big right hand. Takes Gilbert down. And Luger dropping the elbow across Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, now kicking the back. And Luger now again. Ooh, an axe handle to the back. Picking up Gilbert. Another axe handle to the back. And Luger again a third time with an axe handle to the back. No, not number 4. Number 4 with an axe handle to the back. And Luger flexes as the fans rise. And what a dominating performance so far by the Total Package, as Gilbert down to a knee and a forearm takes Gilbert down, and Gilbert is just being overpowered in this match. He had a flurry of offense at the very beginning, but after the first 3 minutes or so, this match has been all Lex Luger. Luger now throws Gilbert into the turnbuckle so hard that he bounces back. Inside cradle, Luger, and I think Luger let him out. And he's flexing again, and Gilbert sees this and has enough. Gilbert now going to work with a big right hand, takes Luger down. Gilbert stomping away, Luger rolling out of the ring. Gilbert following him, now they're fighting on the outside, the big clothesline by Lex Luger takes Hot Stuff down. The referee has begun a count, but Luger throwing Gilbert back into the ring. And a big elbow, and Gilbert in trouble. Luger rolls back in, setting up Gilbert. Runs, charges, big clothesline, takes Gilbert down. And Luger not going for the pinfall, is inflicting a series of right hands on the forehead of Hot Stuff. He's not done, inflicting more right hands. Oh, come on, Luger. Gilbert somewhat defenseless. Oh, and Gilbert's been busted open, but Luger staying on top. Oh, come on, that's about 12, 13 right hands. He's going to work again. Oh, man, Luger pounding away again with a series of right hands. Again, Luger. Referee has to get in there and stop this. Gilbert is a bloody mess. And Luger throws Hot Stuff into the turnbuckle. Oh, and now Luger just toying with Eddie Gilbert, drops an elbow, and Gilbert is bleeding profusely. The referee might want to stop this match for the good of Hot Stuff. Luger gonna end this match, but no, oh, wait a second. Luger had the match won and did not pin Gilbert. What kind of... Oh man, Luger has Gilbert up in the torture rack. Gilbert's defenseless, he's just dead weight up there. Gilbert can't fight back. And Gilbert finally taps, and the referee calls for the bell, and again, Luger going to work on a defenseless Gilbert. He had this match won minutes ago, but wanted to inflict more punishment on Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And mercifully, the match comes to an end, Gilbert tapping out via the torture rack backbreaker. Well, that's one way to get the attention of Sting. We've seen Tully Blanchard go after Eddie Gilbert, now Lex Luger going after Eddie Gilbert. Both men wanting to get the attention of Sting, and Luger, who feels he's the #1 contender, wants that world title opportunity against his former friend Sting, the current NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And wait, Luger not done yet. Luger's going to the outside. Gilbert trying to recover, and what's Luger doing? He's grabbing a chair. Luger grabbing a chair. Oh, and Luger nailing Gilbert with a chair. Come on, get in there, ref. Break it up. 4 chair shots across the back of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Fans. Luger wants Sting so bad, and Sting might just want Luger back. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.